Member for Road South.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I rise to give full support of this amendment. And one of the things that we must be cognizant of is the fears and views of the general public as it relates to bills that comes to this honorable House. Just this morning on coming to this House, I noticed that there was a large crowd gathered outside and barriers around the Parliament. And it underscores the need for us to modernize and to separate the Parliament from the court. I know this is good democratic principles across the world, and most Tuesdays we meet here at 8:30 to discuss parliamentary procedure with friends and colleagues from around the world, in particular from the United Kingdom, and from a committee that comprises of members from both sides of the political divide, and invariably we all agree on those issues that arise from those deliberations. So hopefully in the very near future, Madam Speaker, we will move towards a more democratic Parliament where the separation of the court and Parliament is done, because I'm not sure if the barriers are around the court or around the Parliament, but I know that there are barriers right now around this building. But while I say that, Madam Speaker, one of the major fears of the general public on hearing of this bill coming to the House was that this amendment was intended to give certain persons who have engaged in acts in Anguilla the ability to avoid coming back to the jurisdiction to face trial. But I want to allay those fears by letting the public know, who have raised those concerns, that this bill takes into consideration only those who are witnesses and not those who are accused. So those persons who may have been accused for crimes within this jurisdiction and are right now outside of this jurisdiction for one reason or the next is not here to face trial, it does not apply to them. It only applies to witnesses. But it also underscores the need for us to evolve, as the Honourable Member for Valley South spoke about, the need for us to evolve given this COVID-19 pandemic and the use of the digital technology that is before us, that we can have much of our meetings, our discussions, and even through the courts, through Zoom and other means of communication. And it also underscores the need for swift justice, Madam Speaker. And my visit outside to try to get an understanding as to why so many people were outside, I realized that there was a number of proceedings before the court. And on speaking to the persons out there, I realized that a lot of these are long-standing issues. And, you know, justice delayed is justice denied. And we must find a way to move a lot of these matters much more quickly through our courts. So, as I said, I rise to give full support to this amendment and also to allay the fears of the general public as it relates to what this bill is about. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, honourable members.